All right, producer Ryan, start us off.
All right,
Give us the countdown.
2.
What's up? School has been canceled today. There is an ice storm outside. Everyone is freaking out. School shut down. All of Cyprus is staying in the house. But the Arm Farm podcast is still going on strong. We're missing B-Rob this morning, or this afternoon, sorry.
Choir concert.
Yeah, choir. But Alex and I are still, heading up the movement strong. And we are joined today with the one and only Aihm Awawdeh.
What's up, guys?
It's spelled A-H-I-M because he is him.
All right, guys. He
Aihm.
just spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
It's A-I-H-M, but
I like to spell it A-him because you are that guy. And we also have Reid Smith. You guys might know him from the thelandxc and other cross-country track.
Other endeavors.
Yes.
Other endeavors. My ex endeavors.
Yeah, so you want to give a little backstory on Reid, how he's even here in the first place, how we first met him?
So we first met Reid summer going into junior year. He joined the cross country team. I remember that's the year we were really trying to get our team going to state. And then I know the bout for top 7 was very tight that year, and I know going in everybody was like, who's gonna be top 7, who's gonna be top 7? And then when we heard you were transferring, well, not really transferring but moving, I remember in our group chat people were freaking out how fast is he, what does he run? Oh my god. But then I remember I picked you up for your first day of practice, and Reid's kind of just, it really was an instant impact on our team, I'd say. And then he's kind of just been around ever since.
Not anymore, but yeah.
Sure.
Alex picked me up. No, was that you were at?
I picked you up your first day.
And then Randy the second day. So I came in, I DM'd Randy, and I was like, and then I start, literally, as soon as I DM Randy, I look at Miles Split at everyone, and I'm like, oh my god, they're fast. Because think about it, I'm in tiny school in Colorado. The fastest guy was I think,
Cole Sprout.
No, yeah. I raced against that guy. He's scary, bro. Cole Sprout, Easton. I'm at Easton, right?
Yeah.
The scary guys.
Easton hasn't ran in 3 years?
Easton is dead. Bro.
He's going.
He has so many medical issues.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Anyway, I got gapped my first run with them because it was so humid. And yeah.
Shout out Randy. He loves his race easy runs.
Yeah.
Literally, I was talking about this the other day on a run, and we'll be going around a corner, and he literally drops his hips and just takes the corner, one two step, and he's gone, and it's just
But he has the shortest stride I've ever seen, but still somehow generates power from it.
Yeah.
But have you seen the muscle on his calves, bro?
On Randy's
Yeah,
calves?
good.
Dude, guy's quick. You can tell.
Yeah.
Have you seen the muscles on Aihm Awawdeh?
Currently on a bull.
Formerly, or are you still a boxer? Or
No.
how is
Okay.
that
So
process?
so I got into boxing because my older brother. I don't know if y'all know. He's a fighter, and so basically, we would just start practicing in his backyard, and he's a really good boxer, you know what I mean? He's a Golden Glove champion, and so we just start sparring a lot, and then I actually really started enjoying it. I got a couple black eyes here and there. I think I have a broken rib, but that's all good. It's part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
I started getting really into it, and then I started practicing more and more, and I broke my hand, which sucks. So I still haven't even punched a bag in 3 months.
He won't even go up on me anymore. He's just
Yeah, playing basketball, I'm too scared to go up on anyone. I'm afraid that it'll just pop back and just break again. So I'm just playing it safe right now, but you
can wrap it.
How painful of an injury is that? The hand, when you think about breaking your hand.
Yeah.
It's like a foot.
Yeah, I can actually tell you exactly what happened. So I was playing basketball and I missed a layup, and then I went back the same play. I stole the ball, I went back down, missed another layup. I didn't even know there was a wall behind me, so I flung my hand backwards, and it just full impact hits the wall. I don't even mean to hit the wall. I just kind of get a little frustrated, put my hand back, and dink the wall, and then I look at my hand, I'm like, oh, that's not right. I keep playing, right? I didn't think much of it. And so basically, sorry, my problems. Yeah. So I don't really think much of it, and then I look at it later, and my knuckle is probably at the bottom of my wrist, and I was like, oh, that is not good. I go straight to I was still 17 at the time, so then they had to take me to the hospital, and it was a whole process. But yeah, I got double surgery on it. I finished surgery 3 weeks ago, and we're good. I think we're good.
How long of a surgery is that?
The first surgery was about 2 hours. Heroin was great. Sorry. The first surgery was great, and it went by quick. And then like 2 weeks later, they took out. I had pins in my hand. I had 3 pins in my hand. My bone broke at a 66-degree angle, so they had to put 3 pins in to make sure that it stayed stabilized. And so the second surgery was 3 weeks ago, and then now I'm good. I'm still not like fully recovered, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's good.
Do you have plans to get back in the fighting scene later?
I don't know about that. I'm a senior in high school. It's kind of like I'm about to go off to college. I'm still gonna be like practicing. I think Brian has a gym, which would be really cool. So that's
Who's Brian?
Brian.
Who is Brian and why? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so College Station has a gym. It's called like Brian Boxing. It's so cool. Ahmad goes over there.
Wait,
yeah.
are you going to A&M?
I don't know. I haven't gotten any word back. But if I do get accepted, I hope so. I probably will end up going there.
That would be awesome. And would you do like blend team regardless?
Oh yeah, probably. I'll probably do half and half. That's what Mod's doing. Is that you too?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I don't do. Okay, talking about let's go into college admission.
I didn't get into A&M either, and I got like a 13, 15, and 28, and I didn't
what?
get into A&M.
Yeah,
Bro,
so
this is ridiculous.
so here's my theory.
yeah, go
right?
off, Reid. Go.
Oh, I got so much to say.
Texas top 10% all get into A&M. Think about it. You have the top 10 of all high schoolers in Texas. So say like 8% actually applied. That's probably 80% of who they can admit for Texas people, because they have to admit from other states too. Otherwise, it's ridiculous. And so when you go to a hyper competitive school and you can't get top 10%, Bridgeton, in the most competitive school. In the
It's
most
like
competitive
impossible.
Like I transfer here, I had no chance. No chance. I'm like,
Can I just say something really quick? At Bridgeland, by the way, if you have a 6.6, which I have a 6.62, you have a 6.62, you would be top 15%. If you go to any other school in CFISD, that's
you're like
automatic top 10.
Yeah.
That's automatic top 10.
And-
So it's extremely competitive.
And the application process, as soon as they see that you're not top 10%, you go to like the Cypress area or the Houston area, you're the gun. Like 1480 SAT doesn't get into A&M.
That's scary.
And then even for the same scenario works for UT as well.
Yeah.
Because like Jess didn't get into UT.
I have a big problem with
get into
UT.
Stanford.
That
like,
was my thing too, and I also have another problem with UT is I know people that have gotten in and people that haven't gotten in for the same major from the same community. Like there's not big discrepancies in income or anything like that, but just comparatively, like statistically, one applicant is so much better than the other.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's different is their gender. But the male that has a higher GPA, SAT, ACT, Jess is actually my example, got into Stanford. But other people with the same major and part of the same school that really have like lower everything get in, but then people that I know that have like UT's been their school like the whole time don't get in. And I think it's frustrating too, because my thing with UT is it's like, what do you have to do? And I also heard too for UT, 25% of the people they admit don't meet their standards. Which my question then is, why have standards if you don't make people adhere to them?
Yeah.
I see.
Well, for me, like I personally didn't apply to UT, but it's hard seeing my friends that are like, oh, that's like my school. Like they grew up being like big UT fans, and they're definitely qualified. Like, like very smart, and they just decided to take more extracurriculars and be more involved in different things in high school, and then it comes back and just, like it hurts them instead of what should actually be helping them in college process.
But also, like, I feel like we put so much stress on the first year of getting in, and at the end of it takes you 2 years to get there. If it takes you 3 years, it's the same piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
And you might be losing the college experience, but if you think about, like, I'm doing blend team, I'm doing my engineering classes at A&M, right? So I'm getting the good class I want to do at A&M, and then I'm taking the stupid classes at Blend, which are stupid classes anyway. So like, I'm getting the same stuff. I live in College Station, so I'm there. It's cheaper. I'm saving like $4,000. So I'm like, is it really that bad of an option to just only get halfway in?
Because that's been my thing for undergrad too, as well. Is I know a lot of people like from where my mom works. Like my mom's been connected with a lot of cool people.
Okay.
And she's told me too. Always told me nobody cares where your undergrad is from.
Exactly.
Nobody cares unless you're an accountant. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind too, especially when you weigh things like debt and how that can impact you later down the line. Like, am I willing to potentially really affect how my financial future is just for a different name on my paper?
Yeah.
Like, is it really worth it?
Yeah. Can you talk about the entire concept of college? So Ian placed on yesterday. We were talking about it, and he goes, yeah, college is basically giving you connections and it gives you a good label. That's all it does. For you to get a job, like college is not breeding like entrepreneurs or anything. College is making
Yeah.
employees, which also like, I mean, college is good. It's a good experience, but I kind of feel like college is like don't get me wrong. It's a good thing to go, but it's kind of just like to see who can do their chores. I feel like
You can get the same content that you get at college over YouTube.
exactly
Like,
Yeah.
like
anything you
70%
can
of it's
find.
on there.
Like my cousin's in medical school right now at Auburn, and he's like, most of the classes are just like online and videos, but you can find those same videos if you're just a regular person and
Yeah.
not pay like drop a bag on
Yeah,
your
drop
education.
8K,
But it's
like-
just like the institution.
That's
and the-
another thing that's
the
crazy to
paper
me
that gives
too.
you
Is you refer to
the
like
job.
online classes and stuff. Is it's like the fact that colleges didn't alter their tuition and their costs while students were taking classes online. Like I
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, totally.
Like the fact that like let's say if you go to Stanford for example, which I know for an MBA, which is a master's, it's $145,000 a year. So why I don't get the concept of like not changing that number, like because then you're just paying $145,000 a year to stare at your computer in your house.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I feel like colleges it's become so much about money and like how much you pay.
Yeah.
Like I got into Oregon for example. I got a big scholarship to Oregon. Doesn't make a dent.
Yeah, it's
And
still,
that's insane. You shouldn't
I
be
mean,
having to pay that much.
At this point, right, you can get 2 types of leggings. We're just gonna, because this came in mind. You can get Athleta for like $40, I think, or you can pay $100 for Lululemon. You're literally paying for the same thing, but it's for the name at this point,
Yeah.
right? The Stanford is hella expensive because you went to Stanford. Now the education could be the same, right? The leggings are the same, but at this point you're just paying for a label.
Yeah.
Which is almost frustrating, but at the end of the day, if you want the name, then you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
I've never owned Lulu. Is it worth it?
Dude,
I have
Why?
Lulu pants on.
okay, I have 2 pairs of Lulu shorts and Lulu pants, joggers. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's a different
Okay,
experience.
Can you run
wait,
faster
you
or
just
what?
wait. You just said that between Athleta and Lulu is the same thing, but
Okay,
so hold on. I was just trying to.
for just that analogy. Now Lulu does have some good stuff. Now,
So is it superior or not? Like, is it
I
worth?
personally,
Is it
okay.
worth the price tag?
I think I could find for the shorts. I think they were like $80. I think I could find something that's comparable for like 60, but I wouldn't pay 60. Actually, Chubbies. I would say Chubbies are just as good, and they're like half the price. But my balls feel so nice inside of Lulu shorts.
Okay, here's my take on that. Shorts are a little different. You know, you kind of need shorts. Like you can spend a little bit of money on shorts.
Yeah.
Like shirts, like jackets. Like
Yeah.
dude, you can go through.
Oh
like, $10.
yeah, I would never pay
Like,
for a Lulu
Socks,
top.
like shoes, like dude. Okay, I mean you can get some nice shoes, but like you can't overprice them. But shorts, you know, you got some, you need
You got
a little
jewels in
protection
there.
there. You got some
Yeah.
diamonds in
That's
there.
true.
You know, you
It's
gotta
an
play safe.
investment.
So,
It is an
so,
investment.
so if you're gonna spend a little $40 extra bucks on Lululemons, bro, go for it.
You guys want to talk about cryptos? Oh no, John, I'm joking.
We talked about
We
crypto
can
and
get into
Mavics.
the space
Oh my
monkeys.
god.
I think-
I will destroy anyone who thinks that cryptos, NFTs are actual investing, and don't take me on that because I actually invest.
My crazy thing too is like another thing that I think going back to the college thing is people pay so much money to go to college and stuff, but then there's like some random like 11-year-old that makes like $2 million off NFTs.
Okay. Here's the thing about NFTs. No one actually makes money. You cannot liquidate them right now. You cannot liquidate an NFT. So basically, you're just saying that someone thinks that they have this much money in NFTs, but as soon as someone tries to liquidate, it's not going to work out. Some people, now I do agree that some people could make money, but at this point it's a Ponzi scheme for super rich people to make money and
Yeah.
take money from people who think that it's worth
My
money.
thing too is it's like how do you determine the value of it? Like at the end of the day, they're all making it using the same software and all that. So,
Yeah,
like, how do you
and-
determine value?
It throws me off. Like, did y'all see the other day? I saw on the other day someone sold a picture of a yacht, like an NFT of a yacht, for $63 million. I could buy a real yacht for $63 million. Why would I get a
Yeah,
picture of
that's
it?
ridiculous.
Like, it throws me off, and now like what you said about the rich people. It's like, so in the past like 15 months, the U.S. has pumped 40% of its money into the economy in the past 15 months, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So. And then I heard this guy, I forgot his name, but he said that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Probably Gary
Just like
Vee.
what? Yeah, but dude, Gary Vee, he's gonna own the Jets one day. I'm not even kidding you about it.
The Jets, like the football
Yeah,
team.
yeah, I'm not even kidding you.
I feel like-
he's
I
so
feel like-
motivated.
I feel like Gary Vee would just tell a homeless person like just invest in yourself.
Like, take all your stocks, sell them.
I'm a Gary V hater, honestly speaking.
Dude,
I don't
love
know
Gary Vee.
that much
Nah.
about him.
I just
Okay.
think Gary Vee's such a douchebag.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
he is, and he literally just like he'll see something on social media, and then he'll get on a Zoom call with like Logan Paul and be like, guys, let me tell you like next big thing, and then it never works out. Like
I made
Hey,
$91 million in 90 days off NFTs.
Alright, guys. He has like $2 billion right now.
Okay, he has a good company.
Right now. The guy's
So-
a beast. He's a hustler.
hey, he's a hustler, but like also
What's the cost
Yeah.
of being a hustler? Like,
yeah, most of the stuff he puts on like social media, that's not where he's getting his real money from. You know, like
Yeah,
he doesn't
of
get his real money from NFTs. He got his real money from like Gary Voyner, whatever that.
Yeah, he
company's
has a
called.
lot. He has a lot of
Yeah.
companies right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
But anyway,
I was gonna say, so you guys are on a basketball team together, right?
yes.
Yes.
So you're not originally basketball players, or are you?
Okay.
Tell me your
What's
story.
What's your
Aihm.
passion in the sport of basketball?
Okay,
And
here-
how is
here-
that journey working out?
Here's my passion. I was playing basketball like my entire life. Like ever since I was a kid, always played basketball. It was like my only sport that I
Ever
grew up
since
playing.
legit.
And so, but I was always like, I was
Did you
always
play basketball in Jordan? Did they have hoops there?
No. I came in when I was 4, so I mean,
I
not
mean,
really.
you said your whole life, so like I assumed like.
Yeah, no. When I came here, we got a basketball hoop and we started playing. So I mean, not when I was like 2. That's not what I mean. 5-ish.
he's like, don't
Okay.
market yourself falsely, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase.
Let
Since
me
I was,
get
like,
the
7,
exact details.
since I was,
Okay,
like,
seven
I was
years
playing. I was
Mm.
playing basketball with Ahmad. We just always competed in everything, and I always wanted to be better than him.
Mm.
Still quite not yet there yet, but
Even in basketball?
no, the guy's a beast. He's 6'5".
I think his brother's like
200
9 feet
pounds.
tall.
200 pounds, like he's crazy. But anyway, so grew up playing basketball my entire life, and then I was always a smaller kid, which kind of sucked when you play
I
basketball.
mean, you're the little brother.
Yeah.
Automatically.
No, I mean like smaller, even like compared to people like like you guys
Oh,
a lot of time
yeah,
ago. I was a much smaller kid. So then whenever I played, it was a lot like harder keeping up. Almost like I kind of just depended on skills and skills only.
Yeah.
And so I grew up. So all the way I played till sophomore year of high school, and then I like, dude, a coach can really ruin a kid's dream.
Oh, for
And
sure.
they
That's 100% true.
really burst my bubble, and they just made me absolutely hate it. Like, you guys have bad coach experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing baseball, because I was
Soccer
like, I
for
hate
me.
this.
Yeah,
It's just-
personally, I haven't really had that experience. I've been very fortunate. So I started playing basketball like 4th grade, like actually like on a team.
Yeah.
And so this is in the Bangkok land. Shout out to Coach Armitage.
What's your hoop
CJ
made out of
Armitage.
bamboo?
So me and 3 future D1 baseball players all on the same team in Bangkok. So Matthew
basketball?
Beekler for basketball. No, for baseball. So they're athletic. These are athletic guys. We never lost a game. They're the best coaching I've ever had. And then transferred to LP, so I played freshman year. I played pretty well, and then I kind of just quit because they took it so seriously.
What?
They take the
Yeah,
sport,
dude.
they take the sport seriously.
No, and then
bro.
to the point
I'm
where
out.
like Luke, my younger brother, if y'all don't know, Luke's
Benching
coach
Reid himself.
benched him because he couldn't come during Thanksgiving break to practice. He's the best player on the team.
You don't leave your
Bench
family,
him.
bro? Like, what?
Yeah, like you guys have a family, like you can't like Christmas Day you can't play
For the freshman basketball team.
literally freshman basketball team. Ridiculous. And so I just quit, and also I was focusing on running. So
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
it didn't really pay off.
Why'd you say that?
Well, okay, so here's the thing about me and running now. We have a love-hate
Love-hate.
relationship. My body.
I feel like that's everyone in running.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that
is.
Except for Noah.
Noah.
Noah's
He's a different.
It's just like love relationship.
Did you see the Strava exchange between Noah and like?
Dude, I love Noah so much. His like social media presence is very minimal, but just very distinct as well.
Oh yeah, he's a one platform type of guy.
Yeah,
Like,
Strava is like the go-to social media for
I
Noah Willis.
2,000 followers
Yeah.
by college, I think.
Oh,
2,000
yeah.
Strava.
I would
Oh,
compare it.
dude,
It's like
and-
Instagram where you like share your runs almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a
you can
fitness
see, you
Instagram.
can tell if people are slacking.
And people are like
Ah.
strangely competitive on
Oh,
Strava.
Yeah, so like you post pictures and post your runs, and
Oh,
it gives
word?
you know like the GPS route, the average pace, distance.
But the bad thing is you get to like
That's
dive
ugly.
into other people's
Comment,
analysis,
kudos.
and then it creates like Strava beef.
Yeah.
Strava beef.
Have you guys ever experienced Strava beef?
Yes, bro. Like on our team, like it's so bad.
Oh,
It was
here's
so
Noah Willow's run today. Title: Hit 15 mile per hour, win the entire second half. Man, that's
Oh,
rough.
that'd be-
That really is rough. And then the description, I guess I'll do the progressive
But
side.
he's so small. He's like aerodynamic in the wind.
Yeah.
Like he's
Okay,
just like a
yeah,
toothpick.
Blown away from the wind.
Well, yeah, he could just get picked up. If he like turns his shoulder, he'll just get like lifted.
I've never seen someone so committed to something. Like I could not, bro.
Yeah, for me, I could have run, so I quit for track because my body is so fat and large that it just could not be efficient anymore.
Can I ask something about cross country real quick? Because all
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
ran together. So every single day when y'all got up, did y'all like enjoy those
No.
runs?
Never.
No, I never.
I'm like
So
not
what,
a
what
single
kept you
point.
going if you
No,
didn't
no, no.
enjoy
Okay.
those runs?
Fear.
Fear.
Fear of Daddy Waters.
Producer Ryan said fear kept him up. But
That's what's so cute.
No, I'd
about
say-
it.
Yes.
But I would argue that like just a long run when you're feeling sore and it feels nice outside and you just go and clear your mind like that.
Oh, it
That
most
is-
definitely does
To be
feel
honest with
wrong.
Yeah.
you, anything
That
over
is pretty
4 miles,
close.
I honestly hated. Track workouts,
So-
I like track workouts, but it was the long runs for me.
My thing too, I think what keeps me going is like it's not really like the competition aspect. It's like getting up and running with everybody.
Yeah.
Like I actually legitimately look forward to running with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I could
Okay.
never do it by myself.
Yeah,
like
I couldn't either.
on breaks, it takes everything.
I'm
out of
the
me.
worst like solo runner ever. Like I just can't do it.
Yeah, just speaking of running, me and Jessica Dena, shout out Jess, we actually took a 2 mile run.
Oh, that was Jess.
Yeah, it
He's
was
another ex cross
Dude, we wake up in the morning, it's freezing cold outside. He goes, you wanna take a run? I was like, no. He was like, okay, let's go. I was like, all right. And then we ran. Dude, it actually really does clear your mind. And like, that's
Yes,
it's
isn't
such
it
a good
amazing?
start to the day, and I feel like so much
You know,
more motivated to do everything.
In that sense, like if you're taking a casual run, yes, but then you take a track workout and the rest of your day is
A
ruined.
drag.
It is horrible.
Like I have double early, and on workout days, I'm like crawling to like
Yes.
12:30 when I get out.
Coach
Like,
is like, you have 16 400s this morning, and then 30 minutes later, you have like a timed ride in English, and then go to take
Oof.
I think about the logistics of like running in school. Like we get up and we'll just like crank out like 16 to 20 400s, and then like half an hour later, I'm like sitting in like English, like learning about like poetry or something.
Dude,
Like,
it just goes over your head too. You're just like
Yeah.
sitting there
It
in
has to
like
be
an
mostly
anti-euphoric state of just like death, and you're just,
Anti-sport.
and then Miss Monroe is talking about poetry, and you're just not getting anything.
Dude, but Reid, you were fast, like in cross. Would you say you're better in cross or track?
Okay, I have no clue because clearly speaking, right, I did a 16:32 at regions, which is
that
decent.
course, people think that course is like fast. That's
It's
like a
not-
hard course.
It's a hard course at regions.
And it was like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Too.
And I don't know. That year, I think I was much lighter. I'm almost 190 pounds now. Yeah.
Right.
And when I ran that, I think I was under 160.
Reid's gonna carry
And
the
so,
bus.
so from that aspect, I think I was better. My times I think look better for cross country because I ran like just
Yeah.
over 2 flat for an 800, and that was for track, and that was the third place at districts last year behind my fellow second place and Chunky Daddy first place.
But yeah, but it's
first,
weird.
second, third.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
aced
what's that
it. Yeah,
What's that pic? I wasn't in the picture.
That has to be like a highlight, like
that was fun.
of my like high school running career, just
Yeah.
like sweeping districts with the guys.
Nah, it's
We're kind of like
unbelievable.
mid-distance you, like underrated.
Mid-distance HS.
Mid-distance HS.
But this year for cross country sucked.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened to me because I don't know if I was because I was heavier or I wasn't in as much. I couldn't run under like 18.
I think it's probably like a motivation thing too, because I know I struggled a lot with like everybody leaving.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that was such a huge void. So for me, like motivation wise, I was like, I feel like when you get to senior year too, with your sports, if you're not like committed to like going to the next
Yeah.
level, it gets really hard because you're like,
Sure.
I'm trying to set up my life like not only just after high school, like with college, but like after college too. You kind of have that vision, and then when you really start thinking about that, you're like,
And that what you're talking about right now is like one of the main reasons like I didn't want to run track is because I didn't want to like drag it on and just keep going on something that I knew. Like I loved running, and it was just time for me to like part with it. Like I wasn't ready to just keep
It's one of
going.
those things too where it's like if you want to give 100% to it, like it might not be worth it to do it, because then
Yeah.
not only you're not giving 100% to yourself, and then other people are like, why aren't you giving 100%
Yeah,
and all
And then
that.
it feels like you're letting the team down.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
Kipchoge said, "With the team, I'm nothing," which is so true because.
Without the team, I'm nothing.
Oh yeah.
Kipchoge by himself.
With the team,
With the team, I am nothing.
No, yeah. So without the team, I am nothing, and that's so true for me too. Like those hard days when you wake up and it's like, dude, the last thing I want to do is get out there and like 20 mile per hour wind,
Yesterday.
windy, like cold, and run with the team. But like getting out there and then seeing everyone and their commitment, it like fuels
Yeah,
yourself,
of course,
and then
of
you're
course.
like, all right, let's go do this. And then I'd say the most rewarding part for me is getting results in a race,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
looking back, seeing the work that you put in, and it's not like football where it's like, oh, I think I played better. It's like,
Yeah.
look at the stats and it's like, oh, I know I improved by this much.
Yeah.
And then you know you can improve more.
Yeah, it's a little harder with other sports like basketball, like football. It's
Yeah,
like, I mean,
you
you
can't
can kind of
back
see the stats, but like, I mean, if you make a 3-point at the start of the game versus a 3-point in the very last second of the game, is a big
It's
difference.
completely different.
Completely
Because
different.
that's what I noticed too. Like going from baseball to running, like when you play so many baseball games, like in a spring season, you play about like 50,
Yeah,
I'd say, and it's like I'm like I think I played well today. Like I can't tell, but like with running, I'm like it's so like it's more analytical. So you're like, okay, I can see like how I did, and I think that's another good thing about it too.
Yeah.
I played 1 year of baseball. I sucked. I
Yeah.
I would drop my elbow on every like typically you're supposed to like hit like this, like put your hands down, but I would
Yeah.
swing straight from my hips every time, and I would
Swing
just
straight
chop
from
it.
your hips.
It was
Yeah.
horrible.
So I think we started this topic talking about basketball.
Oh yeah.
yeah, the same
Yeah.
same
So
thing.
yeah, you guys this year decided to come together for last hurrah. You know, go out with the basketball team. So
Yeah.
what is this league all about? I think producer Ryan, are you on the team as well?
Yeah.
He
So
is on
so the idea
So what's the
came
goal as well?
pre Aihm idea. We made a group chat. We were like, hey, like it was Ty. Ty had kind of like pioneered the idea. Me, Ty, and like David were kind of all part of it.
David's on it.
David is on it.
We'll
No
get to
way.
David.
We did not cook
Yeah,
David
we're not.
and
We have a
David.
lot to talk.
We
about.
got a lot to talk about David. I love David, but anyway, so Ty was like, "Hey, CFSA, let's do it," and everyone was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we started, getting a couple guys here and there, a couple ex runners / in runners.
I mean,
they're
I ran junior.
And then so I'm like
Yeah, I
sitting
did
there, I'm looking at the stat sheet and looking at everyone who's on the team, and I'm like, we need Aihm.
Yeah. So let me just say this. So the thing about it was, Reid is probably the most competitive person, which I really like playing with him because we always buck heads in every sport.
He knocked me the over.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I have like scratches on my leg from playing at like doghouse park.
Dude, I think I saw him a bruise from getting
Dog
pushed
house
by
park.
you.
Aihm is
Dude,
scary.
Producer Ryan
Okay.
said he still has
Okay,
a bruise
here's
from
the thing. Here's the
Right
thing.
here.
Whenever me and Reid play, so Reid gets extremely competitive, which is honestly awesome. I love his spirit.
I'm not, but you're more competitive than I am.
hate when somebody scores on me and they like, I don't know. It was like you were trying to one up me. It was silent, but I could definitely feel the dense.
It was
like,
silent, but you heard everything.
yeah, I felt it. Like it was
Yeah.
like all right. So then we started bucking heads, and Reid would score. I would go and dunk. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I would score.
Windmill.
No, I would score.
Through
and
the
then
legs
Reid would come back.
windmill.
Yeah, I would score, and then Reid would come back with a crazy sidestep fadeaway, and I was like, "What in the world is he doing?" And then I'd
And
score.
then you give the ball to David and
Oh
you chuck it off the
my
back
God.
guard.
Yeah, I get the ball, and I like drop it.
yeah.
David like he knows moves that are good, but he can't do them.
David,
like
when he has the ball, he has very good intentions. He just doesn't know how to execute those intentions.
I don't. Yeah, like he
Okay.
has all knowledge and
Yeah.
like maybe a little bit of skill.
But-
and David, this isn't like a shot at you.
Sounds like he'd be a good guy.
No, David's actually very athletic.
No, he's good.
freakishly athletic.
He's good.
But yeah, okay, maybe not freakishly.
No, yeah.
Okay.
He's an athletic. Let's just put it at athletic.
Let me just put this out there. The thing that the reason why the CFSA team, I think that it was a good idea that we built it is because the football team is bashing us.
Okay, let me tell you, football
they are
players who might be
underestimating
I'm
tuning
personally
in.
invested in this. I
I'm
wanna see
very
this
invested.
match.
There will be crowds at these games.
I've heard it from
There-
both
I agree.
sides. I'm very invested.
Well, and honestly, all I gotta say is that, dude, they're all football players, and these guys are athletic. Like they are actually.
Okay,
really
but that's all they have, right?
yeah.
Okay, first quarter, second quarter, you might have an injury. Third, fourth quarter, no way. They are going to be dead. They haven't touched cardio in like 4 years of their life. Yeah, and then they're like, oh, we can all dunk. I'm like, how functional is that in a game? Like, you can dunk by yourself, but how functional is that in a game?
Yeah.
It's
You
not
can
right.
dunk
Well-
without dribbling
well,
like after
yeah.
5 tries.
And here's the truth. Here's what I think that our team, even in the first and second quarter, I genuinely believe they're not gonna have a hand on us the entire game.
No,
because first of all, me and Reid, okay, we're both like 6'2" or something, and
Yeah,
it's something like that. I don't know. I'm probably
I'm 6'1".
We're we're both like I would say like we're both fairly athletic, and these guys are also athletic, but I just don't think that they have the skill set of a basketball player like me and Reid do, and maybe even a little bit of Ty.
Yeah, Ty
Ty's
has
good.
basketball. He's got skill.
Which-
Ty wore
I
a
don't think
Westbrook
they
jersey
have.
to practice.
Did he
definitely
really?
has basketball skill.
West Brick, man.
Yeah, dude. Okay, let's not
shame.
get on the Lakers. They're an old team, but they suck.
They suck.
And
And then they're like, oh,
LeBron,
does
AD, and Russ, dude. These guys
LeBron is waiting to play with Bronny.
Yeah,
Oh,
LeBron
yeah,
is trading
He's
both of
holding
them.
him out.
Not 80. 80
Yeah.
stays. Westbrook is gone.
Oh, he's out.
Maybe he's too sensitive.
He's like a cute little baby.
We need to get Ryan a
Like,
mic over here.
Yeah. We need 5 mics, one for producer Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
But from an outside perspective about the CFSA league, I think fundamentals is going to be the key for y'all to win.
Honestly,
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
I have this perfectly crafted playbook. So the manager
Whoa! They're gonna hear this, by the way.
yeah.
So give it
Hey,
to him. Then I gotta stop
No,
it.
I'm not gonna tell you to play. Why would I do that? So let's take this back.
Because
So
then
this,
it's like badass if they don't know how to stop it when you like gave them the plays.
Yeah. So one of my friends from Bangkok is now a manager on the CU basketball team, so D1 team program. He
Holden.
made this this playbook when he was a sophomore in high school, and it is good. We never lost a single game, like at all. I mean, judging that it was in Bangkok and it was private schools, but blah blah blah, and we weren't that good.
Saucing on
good.
like
It was a-
4'11".
No, there were some
Thailand.
tall guys. We weren't really like the tallest guys. There were some white kids.
Bro had to chop down a tree with his bare hands, then can play basketball.
Yeah, we crafted the hoops out of bamboo and like string, and then we got at it. But you know,
Panda was the referee.
I think if we just run a couple plays, we'll just run it up on everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. Regardless of what happens, I'm very excited. There's another team, I believe, and it is like Brian Child, Hayden Delacruz, Braden Delacruz, Patrick.
Yeah.
Oh, those are 2 separate teams?
And yeah, those 2 separate teams. So I think that our team, we definitely have the advantage of stamina. We definitely have a lot more skill, I want to say, but the other teams do have their own advantages.
They do. They
Dude,
have
it's like
size.
The
they're
whole
big.
Smith B team is in the CFSA league. Remember,
Yeah.
like back
Yeah.
in the day, the
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
Wait, they were on
Yeah,
the B
because
team?
Hayden was on.
Wow.
Hayden was on the team. Was it?
Hey, what do you guys say
Who
about
else?
the team? What do you say about the
I've
team?
never been on a B team before.
Well, you also did.
You also lived in South
Yeah.
You play private.
Hey, no, okay. Public school LP for 1 year, 6th man of the year, right here.
Colorado 1A.
No, it was that school. My freshman year, we won state. I wasn't on the team. The varsity team won state though.
I wasn't on the team,
Not,
but we
not,
won.
to, not to flex or anything, but
The
the first
program.
year me and Nathan actually played in at Smith,
Yeah.
we were district champions, and so were we in 8th grade.
Wow.
We're not
I
gonna
think
lie,
we're
so
coming
definitely
from
put up a show.
some winners right here.
My thing
Back to
too
back.
is like, when does this league start? Because we might have to hit up Hardwood Films.
Mid-February, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
yeah. We're gonna have to come
Oh,
out and
wow.
commentate. We're gonna have to
We'll
come
drop
yeah.
we'll drop first game in the description.
And the,
Do y'all
is the
know?
schedule out?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna ask Ty. I think he has the schedule.
Just another shout out, producer Ryan's also on our team, which
Yes.
which is awesome.
Producer Ryan, David Graham, Ty Kerr.
I was supposed to be on it, but I decided to
we don't want him to get injured.
focus more on track this
Focus on
season
track.
rather than
150
USA basketball.
Oh, the list of
Oh.
players. So we've got, this is everyone in the group chat. Not sure if everyone's playing. Braden Lee, B-Rob,
B-Rob.
Nevin, Joshua Kramer, the drummer man himself, Ryan Lancaster, and then I already said David. So,
Dude, B-Rob is gonna be mean in the post.
Ryan was giving
But-
buckets to those guys the other day.
Yeah, don't underestimate Braden Lee though. That guy is like.
Is he coming through? Is he playing
I
every game?
hope he is, but he is so fast. Like it's unbelievable. You throw him, you miss a shot, dude. The guy's in the air for like 25 seconds, and he's gonna catch it and just put it up somehow.
Take off.
Dude.
Put back dunk.
Yeah, dude. His acceleration is just crazy fast. So I mean, I'm so proud on the team today.
To me, it sounds like y'all should be taking on the Lakers at this point. I mean, y'all have like the ancient like secret tie playbook.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they can't even read the plays because they're in tie.
Can you read the legs?
Yeah, I can. Chu my leg ti chong,
Yeah.
Jim wag ju yai.
Here's another thing that.
Yeah, ju yai.
Here's another thing that scared me the other day. We were playing 2v2. It was me and Dave Graham versus Reid and Ryan. And I go, hey David, can you send me a screen? He goes, what is that? Oh, dude. That threw me off a little bit.
He said, what?
I was like, okay, this is
Well,
not good.
Luke said he would commit to some of the games though too.
Yeah.
So Bubble Butt Big Brother,
Bro, B-Robin.
dude, that is too much ass. I mean, excuse my language, that is too much. Both of them in the same room would like cause an earthquake.
Y'all are gonna be so mean in the post, bro. Like you.
Yeah, we actually do have pretty big guys. Like, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean, yeah. I mean,
It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna get the
I'm
camera out
excited.
for sure.
Yeah.
We got 3 dunkers on the team, which is pretty solid, I would say.
Okay, I haven't really gotten that
Okay, maybe
completely
not
down
really.
yet.
But me and Braden are both.
Yeah.
Me and Braden Lee. are
I
both
can
pretty
get
consistent.
up, but my left. I tossed it in and then grabbed the rim, so it kind of looked like a dunk today.
What do y'all's uniforms look like? Y'all should get custom uniforms.
Oh, I think they have already preset.
They do. I know they
Oh,
do.
they do.
But y'all should wear like the blue and then black like CFISD PE uniform.
Oh
Just
no!
the PE
I do not
uniform.
play in
I don't
those.
have a B.
Okay, but what
We
is
could
the
get you
requirement
one.
is all of you guys have to show up to the games with the most drippy outfit and then
Oh
walk in.
yeah, like with
we
briefcase.
sent-
I
I'll
sent
walk in with
you a
briefcases,
TikTok the other
headphones.
day.
Y'all gonna have like
Yes.
the Cam Newton fit with like
Yeah.
the big hat.
And then everyone just like the most ridiculous outfits.
Yeah.
And then I want y'all to warm up with headphones and like the beats and
We need to bring
you
like
know,
a big
do
speaker and
the-
play like Kid
the
Cudi.
James Harden dribble thing on the bench.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like in
dude, we
between
just
the
gotta,
legs.
go
Ball
crazy
up.
on there.
Yeah. So our last segment of the podcast is talking about fight night. This will be the last
Oh yeah.
the last fight night of
Yeah.
this class, and it honestly might be the last one ever. So,
Well, first of all,
what
I
are y'all's
believe-
plans for it?
who started this tradition? Was it Nathan?
Yeah, so
you originally
You
that.
guys
it was sophomore year,
Which
the end of cross country season, sophomore year. We had our first fight night in my garage, and it's just grown
Oh, that's
since.
beautiful. So something about fight night. You know, I hope they hold the tradition. I hope everyone keeps holding the tradition. But
Yeah.
they might not. But here's the last year. Me and Reid were supposed to fight, and a very anticipated fight.
Dude,
We had a
that
lot,
was crazy.
We had a lot of people. I actually before the fight, no, the day before the fight, I ate like 2 pounds of pasta. So many carbs.
One gut punch and you would have like gobbled that all up.
And then I didn't eat, and I fasted for like 8 hours. So no, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat too much. So then I had.
Yeah.
He was weight cutting.
I had,
though.
I, had
He's
like
cutting
a, I
weight.
had like a little bit of like water and stuff, and then before I had like meditated and stuff, and I was like,
I was
Reid was
not
about
that
to
serious.
die.
I literally. Okay, so let's set this up.
Aihm was like, Lord, give me the strength not to
Aihm
kill
is
this
like
man.
getting the power of like Allah, God, and like Buddha all on his side.
yeah,
I'm sitting
dude,
there.
dude, I was, you don't understand how ready I was. For
You
it.
get so locked in.
like,
No,
like,
he was. He was
that-
scary.
No, I was actually like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was like meditating, I was like, oh, I'm gonna rip his head off.
You're like, Lord,
And
give
so-
me the
so-
power to like
so-
not kill this man.
and the thing was like when we were practicing whenever Team Blue was practicing and stuff, like whenever we boxed, Team Blue, yeah, we had,
That was so
our-
stupid.
Yeah, we had no, dude, we had some good practice.
Content, bro.
I say, dude, talk to me. I'm saying Christian Rodriguez, dude. I'm saying that was our practice.
Dude.
I say
His
I say
hands
Christian
are
was
bad.
a dog, bro.
He was a dog. He was a dog. So whenever we practiced, like I'd go for a punch, and if I landed it, I'd never go for a second because I didn't want to hurt anybody on our team.
Yeah.
You know? And
Facts.
same thing for
Together.
Nathan. He didn't go for extra punches. We never went for extra punches. But like whenever I was thinking about Reid, I was like, oh, I'm going all out on this guy because I didn't really know him either. So it
I
was
mean, we were like acquaintances.
and I heard he did Muay Thai, which was like, okay, this
In
guy can
Thailand,
fight.
he did Thai.
So I was like,
I did it for a couple of years.
yeah. So I mean, I was very mentally prepared.
You got a Tiger Muay Thai?
No, and
So
so
I still want to see.
so
this.
our
That was
first,
the biggest
the
letdown.
first like big fight night, I fought Nathan.
Yeah.
That was we kind of had a mutual agreement, like
Bro,
to
that
have
was
fun but
that-
be serious. That was a fun fight.
That
That
event
was
was
pretty
nothing
fun.
compared to the last one we
But
did.
the
Like,
last
growth
one,
was like
there were like I'd say
Go
like
ahead and
two,
tell the
upwards of
story.
200.
I want to hear both of y'all's perspectives.
So my
from the night.
perspective, if we show up and not a lot of people there, and then like we start, the first fight is kind of small, and then the second fight, I just look around and there's like 250 people.
Maybe even more.
Maybe more. And, like,
People
we're not-
killing by
we're
the
not-
second.
Yeah, and we had enough people to where we got in a circle and there were like everyone was using their phone light and it was so bright.
It was cool, bro.
And so the headlight finds and there are still people showing up and we're about to fight. And so I go to the back and I'm memeing around. Like I wasn't taking it like wholly seriously. I put on a tutu and like angel wings. I was about to fight. He didn't even get to see them. And so I like start walking out. Aihm's like sitting, waiting for me with like these evil eyes. Like he's giving me like Kobe eyes, and I'm like crapping my pants because I'm like, oh, I guess we're going
Dude,
there.
it was gonna be so good.
And then the cops pull up.
Okay,
Nathan gets thrown in the ground, and then like. And then everyone's just throwing shit in my car. I'm ending with like 2 people I don't know in my car, and there's like 6, 7 people in my car. And I drive off. I go under a ditch, and I'm like on the road. I'm like, what just happened?
Bro, I drove through like Waller.
The
Like,
cop
I, like,
came at like the most perfect time.
Oh no!
gloves
I
on.
can tell you.
We
So
both had our
I
gloves
went.
on.
I went to the middle of the ring and I was like, "All right, it's time for the main event." And then right when I said main event, I get shoved to the ground. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
No, because I turn around. And I'm like, "Who's trying to fight me?"
I
Right
wish
now?
I
Like,
would've
what?
seen this,
And I
bro.
just see the cop. I pick up my cowboy hat and just start sprinting.
I was looking down at the ground and I was like, oh, this is about to happen. Adrenaline was going crazy.
Yeah,
And
I was locked in.
I had my brother's friends there. I had my own friends
I
there.
saw your
Everyone was
brother. I
there.
remember I saw your brother,
And
and
I
I was
don't know
like,
if y'all know the last fight night. My brother
Yes.
slumped some dude. I don't
Dude, no, he like walked his shoulder out of like who was it? Brandon
Oh,
Lee?
dude.
Just like
Yeah, dude.
The
But
Braden Park. He
Oh,
knocked
Braden
Braden
Park,
Park
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
cold.
yeah.
all right, yeah. I hope y'all didn't hear who he knocked out, but he knocked some guy out, right? And then his best friend came in, and Ahmad landed a right. If y'all look at the footage, the guy didn't land a single.
What was that? Did the guy have like a Hennessy bottle?
yeah.
He was toasted. Ahmad ends up dislocating his shoulder, but not only that, Ahmad has dislocated that shoulder so many times.
The other dude was like, I won.
"Oh, dude, get out of
It
here!
was
dude.
terrible.
Get out of here! He would not.
It was
He
so
would not
dirty.
last 30 seconds
No,
with
I
Ahmad in
know.
another fight." But just another thing. Whenever me and Reid were about to fight, I was like jumping. I was looking down. I was like so ready for this, and then someone puts their hand on my arm, and then I thought it was my older brother. I was like, I'm good, I'm so ready for this. And then I look up, he's like, go home. The Dude, I get so upset. I'm like, no way.
Dude, it was so frustrating too, because
It
like
was
I
terrible.
was so like annoyed, and I know they like went back to another spot, but it wasn't the same.
We went
Yeah.
for 5 minutes and we're like,
Yeah, it was silly, but it was frustrating, but it's like a story that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It's just
Bro.
like
I feel like 2 people, like, from a promotion perspective, like, I was nervous. I was like, what if nobody shows up? Like, but
Yeah.
seeing how many people came, I was like, we get a lot more attention than we,
Yeah.
like, think we
No,
do.
and then-
I would
and
say,
then-
I would say
impressive.
Alex is the Dana White to this, and Nathan
No,
is the Joe Rogan.
y'all
Bro.
two like advertised the crap out of
I
it.
would
It was
say
I'm
amazing.
very impressed how y'all advertised that. That was awesome. dude.
It's all the UFC stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it
you
gets in my
just-
head.
Yeah, and you're like,
The-
it was awesome.
The coolest part of the night for me was during the Christian and who did he fight? Oscar.
Luke.
Luke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Christian and Luke fight. When the lights to the car went out, and then everyone's like, "Oh no, what should we do?" And then everyone turned on their phone lights, and then the whole place lit up.
Oh my
Just all
god!
the
And
way
the
around.
pictures Jacob
Those
took
were
are
live,
like,
yeah.
like you can literally he's getting
They look
punched
like-
in the
they look
face,
like
and there's like
gritty.
spit, and then
It's
like
like
everyone's like
cinematic.
going crazy in the back. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
chills,
good time.
bro.
It looks like Fight Club, like the movies.
Well, we have to get a new location because they
Well,
added
so,
like
okay,
That's what we're
this year
struggling with
I
right
have
now.
an idea. So the VFW,
What
right
is
next
it?
to Sci Fair, it's like I think it's like some
The country club?
No, it's
the country.
I don't know what it
It's not a
stands
country
for. I
club.
think it's like a veterans something.
Yeah.
Veterans
Like
Forum
established.
Wars.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
it's not a country.
But you can rent out the place, and it's not that expensive. So we just get like a little donation type thing, and then they have a boxing ring there. So
Oh, it would be official too, and
it would be
that
official.
and then cornering becomes a thing because last time you couldn't corner even if you had good position,
Yeah,
they would
true.
just kind of run around.
It was nuts last year. That's one thing that I have that, like, if there's one thing I can say about like the fighting that we do that I don't like is I feel like people like get in the way
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff, and it's so like it can be so
The
distracting.
adrenaline is crazy though.
The adrenaline
That
is
one
not,
thing.
like, I'm getting more excited for ours this. I'm literally going to the UFC next weekend, and
Oh,
I'm getting
that's
like
awesome.
more
Who's
excited
fighting?
for like
Is it
this.
Adesanya?
Israel Adesanya, yeah.
Ah, that's so exciting. He's a beast.
That's
Adesanya's a
cool.
beast.
Dude, but nothing tops the feeling of like just about to fight. Like
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's not.
But like even like
I like
my
the
thinking
promotion
is
better.
win or lose, it's more about like being there and it's so much fun.
it's one of the
for sure.
moments where I just feel the most like locked in.
You
and
feel
alive
like you
because
feel like primal in nature almost.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
because as soon as you let your guard down, like it's over. So you have to be just like always top attention,
Yeah.
just like
and
everything.
in
Yeah, but
30
locked
seconds
in.
of punching is exhausting.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's
I
terrible.
thought since I run so much, like this is gonna be.
Not the same kind
You
of stamina,
use
different.
muscles that you never even knew.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
dude,
had.
fighting is a different kind of stamina. You can see guys like Tyson Fury, for example. Dude is like 300
Imagine
pounds,
12
7'1", goes 12 rounds. Dude is got he's still throwing crazy haymakers. Like
Yeah.
there's a different kind of stamina between boxing and fighting,
Yeah.
boxing and the running. And here's another thing, like whenever you fight for like 2-3 minutes, not only that, your brain is like complete fight or flight, so you cannot think
Yeah.
of anything else
Oh,
except for fighting him,
Exactly.
which is so nice.
And then
Exactly.
I remember
Totally
like
locked
even
in,
even
yeah.
on the sideline, like I'm sitting there, I look up and me and Nathan were like blocking eyes, just staring at each other. And I was like, this guy's scary, like, cause I walked out there and I'm like chuckling the first night. I'm like laughing, and then I look at Nathan and he has this straightest face, and I like take most things lightly, but then after that I was just like,
focused.
yeah, he's so focused.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens to everyone though. When
Yeah.
like when you're put in that situation, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
because if you don't, then you just get embarrassed and hurt.
Dude,
Yeah,
even
it
I
is.
can say like even watching like the UFC through my TV, like I get so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like
Yeah,
You're gonna die.
I'm like, you gonna die. Like the stuff I yell at the TV so much.
it's crazy. Violent sports, man.
Yeah.
So I guess since we're going to do this again, matchup wise, like what are y'all's thoughts on potential matchups?
Me and Aihm are talking about doing it again, but we've got some external beef that may be more exciting for the viewers.
So me and Reid, I'd love to have that fight. I'd love to have me and Reid fight, but which is definitely a great possibility. There's still a very high possibility of me and Reid
Yeah.
fighting. But I've had a fight like 3 years ago, and it let's say it didn't go well for me. And so basically this guy is like 30 pounds more than me, and all of his friends are just like, they all just play video games, and they basically just like post it over and over, like they posted the other day. It's been 3 years, right? So it's like, all right, man. So Jackson Mendelis, if you're hearing this,
Call them out.
me and you were fighting at the end of the year, fight night, main card. If there's no ifs, let's do it.
No
and,
ifs.
and if you back out, it's gonna be me and Reid. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Dude, do you have anyone to call out, shout out? Or don't shout them out, just like call them out.
Call them out.
Yeah.
You know,
Go for
You can
blood.
call me.
I don't really hate a lot of people. Some people.
Whoa!
I don't really
That
hate
is-
a lot of people.
That
No,
is-
I
that
don't.
is-
But-
I don't have anyone in mind. You know, this is more of a message to the people, right? If you got beef with me, let's take it to the ring, right?
Football players.
I don't hold on to beef. Football players, CFSA players, right? I'll
Football
take any
players'
of you.
girlfriends.
I ain't finding a girl, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's bad.
let's take it. You know, there's a certain friend group that we beef with. The whole friend group. One of y'all, ex-football players, you know who you are, right? I'll knock you ass out.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Any names in mind? Or just in general?
Anyway.
Nah, they know who they are.
So it was a good time, good chill sesh. I know Reid has work in a little bit, so
Yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
drown some kids.
Bro.
swim instructor.
Yeah, blow your bubbles.
So any last words before we sign off, Aihm? Inspiration to the
It's
youth,
good to be on the
next
podcast.
generation.
It's good to be on the podcast. Everybody keep pushing, and let's get through senior year right. I hope everybody has a good experience with college on the come up.
Yeah,
For sure.
we'll see y'all
So,
in the
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yep. Stay tuned for more fight night announcements. We're working that out still. We
Should have a date and a location in the coming months, so stay tuned for that.
Yep, yes, sir.
All right,
Peace out.
Deuce.
So, we gotta take a picture real quick because I know you gotta get.